Determine the maximum deflection in the uniform cross-section of cantilever beam shown in figure by assuming the beam as a single element. The value of Young's modulus is given 7 into 10 raised to 9 Newton per meter square. And also moment of inertia I is also given as 4 into 10 raised to minus 4 meter raised to 4. So cantilever beam, one end is fixed, and throughout the length of this beam UDL is there, that is 10 kilonewton per meter, and at the end of this cantilever beam there is also a point load 100 kilonewton, and length of beam is 4 meters. So first step, that is FE model. So they are asking us to solve this problem by taking a single element. So single element means there are two nodes, that is node 1 and node 2, which is shown, and each node is having 2 degrees of freedom, that is V1 and theta 1 at node 1 and V2 and theta 2 at node 2, so which I have shown by green color. F1, M1, F2, M2, those terms will make force matrix, so that is indicated by yellow color. So second step, elemental stiffness matrix, and this elemental stiffness matrix expression, which we already derived in theory class, and this expression is particularly formed for beam element. So starting with the solution, we have calculated EI by LE cube. So that value we got 43.75 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per meter. Substituting EI by LE cube value and the length of element in the given stiffness matrix, we got a K1 stiffness matrix as shown here. In this matrix we are naming it as V1 theta 1 V2 theta 2 along horizontal direction, and V1 theta 1 V2 theta 2 along vertical direction. So in this case it is only one element, so elemental stiffness matrix and global stiffness matrix will be same. So that same matrix is copied for global stiffness matrix. So next we are writing a global stiffness matrix in a mathematical form, that is matrix Q equal to V1 theta 1 V2 theta 2, which is shown by green color. So this I already explained in previous page. Next we are writing force matrix, since it is a UDL load on a cantilever beam. So you know how this force matrix will come. So that is P naught LE by 2, P naught LE square by 12, P naught LE by 2, and minus P naught LE square by 12. So these are nothing but F1, M1, F2, M2, which is shown by yellow color. So that is also denoted in previous page. Substituting all the values, so we got a force matrix as follow. So only thing to be taken care of here is, along with the UDL there is also a point load at the end of cantilever beam. So that load also you are supposed to add in the third row of force matrix. So that is where minus 20 into 10 raised to 3, that is your F2 value. So there you are supposed to add the given load, that is point load, minus 100 into 10 raised to 3. So that also you are supposed to add, which is acting at node number 2. So next step is the equilibrium equation. So this is common for all the chapters like beams, trusses, torsion, and for this also. So we're writing as a matrix K into matrix Q equal to matrix F, where matrix K is global stiffness matrix, which you already got previously, and matrix Q is a global displacement matrix in terms of V1 theta 1 V2 theta 2, and force matrix we already got in previous page. So copying all those things, now you're supposed to apply a boundary condition to this. So in the current question, it's a cantilever beam with one end is fixed, that is node 1 is fixed, meaning is V1 is 0 and theta 1 is 0, that is vertical displacement and slope at node 1 is 0. So eliminating row 1, row 2, column 1 and column 2 and operating this mathematical calculation, you got V2 equal to minus 0.8762 meter and theta 2 as minus 0.3238 radians. Next is to find the maximum deflection. So in this case, maximum deflection you will get at the center of the beam, that is at midpoint of this element. So we're writing as follow. We have xi equal to matrix H into matrix Q. So this already, this expression we derived. Matrix H is nothing but Hermite shape function and matrix Q is a global displacement matrix. So H we are writing as H1, next term LU by 2 H2, next H3 and next term LU by 2 H4 and multiplying that with V1 theta 1, V2 theta 2. So multiplying both the matrices you are getting as follow. Since it is fixed at node 1, so V1 and theta 1 equal to 0, that we already know that. And at a midpoint of a beam, what is the value of natural coordinate xi? So that is 0. So which I have shown in blue brackets here. At node 1 xi value is minus 1, node 2 xi equal to 1, but at the midpoint xi equal to 0. So that is what our requirement here, because they are asking maximum deflection which occurs at midpoint of an element. Substituting xi equal to 0, so finally you will get H3 value, Hermite shape function H3 value as 1 by 2 and H4 as minus 1 by 4. So substituting again this, so you got a maximum deflection, that is Vmax, as minus 0.2762 meter, which you will get at a midpoint of a beam. So this is the solution for this particular beam problem. Thank you.